In today's video I want to show you a really cool trick how you can come up with new FM rhythms and melodies. The best starting point is actually if we already have a cool FM rhythm, maybe from another track, which we can use to deconstruct and build our building blocks. So the first thing what we will do is we will listen to this FM rhythm and take out little cool bits like Lego pieces, which we will then reassemble later in an automatic and creative way. For example, this one could be like a cool bit. Let's take this out. And you're not limited to the length of the bits. They can be all different lengths. The shorter they are, the more random it will get. The longer they are, the more you will stay with that idea. Oh, this one is also cool. We can also take out like a single bit. Can also be interesting. Or like a combination, long, short. And we can test different starting points. So if we get like a nice combination, we wouldn't listen otherwise there. So now we have our pieces. Let's listen one time more through them. And if you want to get even more variations, what we can do is we can drag this over, just consolidate quickly, loop again, and take a different starting point, and then we will get like a new combination in the rhythm. The trick to that is that you only select the good parts. You can also take like multiple MIDI clips, like from different tracks or even from different FMs, and just bring them into one line. Just select the really good parts, because what you select is kind of like what you get out later. We will quickly consolidate them with Command J, because we want to make sure that the clip is ending in the next step where we want to have it ending. The next thing is we need to select all of these clips and then we move them into the session view. Once we get them in session view, we need to change the launch options. So we will select all of our clips and go here into the launch panel, and we will choose follow action, and I would use any. So basically it can take any clip, like any other clip or that clip itself. That's actually all. So it will play through the clip, and then it will choose another clip, and it will choose another clip, and will choose another clip. And what we do, we just record it. I just quickly triggered the clip in the session view, and now we're gonna record this into here, our arrangement view. So we just hit record. We consolidate it again. And I just heard it was absolutely not on time, so we will just requantize it. Another option, if you already want to listen how it sounds, so which is a little bit more comfortable than quantizing it, is if you have selected your pieces and you looped them and you didn't close them on the 16th note, you will see this here on the lengths. So whenever you have like a red number here, it's not straight on the grid. And all you need to do is you need to click once, and it will automatically extend the length to the next 16th note. And now let's check. So I want to have like a 2-bar clip around, so I think somewhere here was nice. Let's take this one, we crop it, so we have our new loop. Let's take a length of 4 bars here, reconsolidate it. We had it before in length 3, doesn't matter, we can just take it like this. And let's fill up that spaces from the quantization. Let's compare them quickly. And as you can see, we indeed got like a new rhythm. So we have totally different spaces covered. And I think we got a really nice rhythm out of this. Let's listen one more time. Then we could also change starting position. So that's basically our new FM rhythm, created out of bits from another FM rhythm or multiple ones. And you can experiment with like small bits. You could also duplicate some of them to kind of like trigger them more often in your triggering, so that you have to clip twice or thrice. You have to experiment a bit, but it's kind of a cool controlled random way. If you're also interested in how to create controlled random sequences in Vital, I have a tutorial up here where I show how you can do a similar technique in a synthesizer. For the melody, it's the same concept. So either you can take bits out of an existing melody, and what I found what also works very well is if you focus on certain intervals. What I was basically doing was creating small 1/8 note parts. So let's loop this quickly. I need to extend this to make this work here. It's 2 times B, nothing special so far. The next step in my thoughts was how I can land on that note and how can I get away from that note. So landing on B is, for example, really cool from C. So listen to this. So that's a lot of tension. Like, for example, those blocks combined is already kind of like a little bit alarming feeling. Then I thought how I can land on B, for example. So D to B could be like a cool combination. I was also thinking about the notes from before. So I had a C in before, so maybe I could do like an octave jump between the C. So the options are quite open what you can do, but I would always try to not include too many notes. Just like think of which notes you have, and then you just try around which notes work well. So for example, if I'm going here in the scale, let's say I want to find this combination here. Let's say I want to find this combination and I have my B here. Then I would just move through here. I don't think it sounds so nice in comparison to this. So the A is also good, and that's how you create this small Lego bits for the melodies. So let's move that back. So once we got those, we will also just copy them over into the session view and do the same thing, follow action, any. That way it will switch through all those kind of like interval changes and it will create us an awesome melody. So let's record this. I think we have enough material. Just consolidate this and we will give this. For example, this part already was really cool, I think. So we could even take this one. I think this one wasn't so nice. This part was really nice, I think. Those two were quite satisfying. So let's check them again. So for example, let's take this one here. So we could have like 3 parts. This one and the last one, this one could be nice, or maybe also alternating. Let's check both. I think this one has a little bit more energy in it, and this one is a little bit more softer. So we could maybe switch the order of them and do it like this. And of course you wouldn't be limited to use only like blocks which fit together. You can also cut like smaller blocks and then reassemble them in a cool way that you create a new cool melody out of them. You could change the starting position, and of course you're not limited to 1/16th note and to only make 1/8 bits. You could also use like whole motifs into that technique, and also you could vary the lengths as we have done with the FMs before. So there are many options for your kind of like creative experimentation with this melody factory. Probably if I would make a track, I would use it like this in this A-B combination, and then go over into a next part and just use this one, which is more energetic. And then put some automation to it, maybe do some small changes here so that we do something crazy with the last note that we may go down. That's up to you what you decide what you want to do with that. Another way which gave me really good results is, so if we have this melody here, for example, which is from a preset bank, then all you need to do is you copy this melody over here. I copied it twice, and then I cut it like this. So I cut it in half, and the next half I cut in half again, and then half, and then half, and so on. So I just chopped it down like bit by bit, more and more. And what's actually nice about this kind of applying it is that you get kind of like more connected results. So the bigger the chunks are, as already mentioned, the more connected your results will, and the more you keep your motifs and stuff. Don't make it too big. Maybe this one I would remove, and then you can check what gives you the best outcome. But this can also give you really nice results. So I think you should try both, either by listening or by just like stupidly cutting it down into fixed lengths. One more thing I want to mention is, if you organize this chops into blocks here, then it will only jump here in between those blocks with the other option. Whenever I trigger here, it will only jump to clips from this block, and whenever I trigger here, it will only jump to clips from this block. So check this out. And by dividing those, you can easily kind of like group a lot of stuff from your MIDI, just save it in like a MIDI rack, and then you can copy it over to your synths and easily check it out with like a lot of bits from different tracks you already have. I hope you liked this tutorial, and if you haven't already heard of my new YouTube membership program, I will link to a video up here where I explain all the membership options. I want to go like more deep with you guys, and I want to go more personal, but to do that I need to take this a little bit off the public and just make this kind of like available to a limited exclusive amount of my followers. So for example, I will show you on my live streams how I create a track from scratch, which I will release later on a top label. Or if you have like a higher membership tier, then we will focus more on your music. So I have a Discord channel for you guys where you can connect and where you can ask questions, and we will do a track review every month and question and answer. So all live on YouTube. So there's like a lot of things in for you. So check out if it's something for you. And I hope that I can see you in my membership program.